Welcome to this lesson, how to set up a Facebook pixel. Now, a Facebook pixel, we've touched on this before, but a Facebook pixel is a bit of code that you install from Facebook onto your client's website, which will allow Facebook to talk to their website, and you'll be able to track things like conversions. So you'll be able to track what all of that traffic from Facebook are actually doing on your client's website. So what pages they're viewing, what content they're viewing, whether they're checking out, whether they're making reservations. You'll be able to track all of this, and you can make custom codes as well, so custom conversions too. Now you can use this Facebook pixel to analyze demographics and audiences which are visiting the website, so you can really break it down, and I'll go into this in much more detail in this video for you. But it's really powerful for things like lookalike audiences and retargeting as well. So the thing is, when you first start working with a business, the first thing you want to do is install a Facebook pixel. I know many advertisers leave talking about the pixel till like last, but I think it's very important to get it out there at the start, because a Facebook pixel is extremely important when you start working with a client. You want to start collecting data as soon as you possibly can. So I recommend one of the first things you do after you set them up on your business manager is to install a Facebook pixel onto their website. So how do we do that? Let's go over to the settings here, and we're going to click Events Manager. We're going to go Pixels. Okay. Now from Pixels, it's pretty easy setup. It depends what kind of website they're actually, where they're hosting their website, but I'll talk to you about that in a moment. So create a pixel. You want to make sure first of all that the correct ad manager is selected. Pixel name, yeah, fine. We'll just keep that to that for now. Okay, pixel created. And let's let this load. It's going to take us to the setup instructions. Okay, so if your client is using one of like a package website software such as Squarespace, Wix, or Shopify, or maybe even WordPress as well, it's pretty easy for you to install a Facebook pixel, because you can just click use integration here. So you can click WordPress, Wix, Shopify, whatever, Squarespace, and all you need to do is follow the instructions that they follow. They have like bespoke tutorial for every single one of these websites here. These website partners are very easy to set up. Now, if for whatever reason they're not, and it's like maybe it's a website built from scratch from pure HTML, you can either, if you're knowledgeable with web development, you can install the code yourself and follow these settings here. You just need to install this code into the website header. It's just a little bit of HTML code, very easy to set up. If you don't, then that's absolutely fine, and you can just ask the business owner to put you in touch with their developer, so with whoever does manage their website. So you can just email the instructions to the developer, type in the email address in this box here, hit send, and it's going to send all of the information that the developer needs. It should take a maximum of like 20 to like 30 seconds to get a pixel installed. It's very easy if you know a little bit of web development. So don't worry if you don't, just get it sent over to the developer, but you need to get this installed like as soon as you start working with a client, because as I say, you want to be collecting data from the get-go. Now, I won't be able to show you on this page because I don't have any pixels set up, but let me jump you over to my main business page. I'll show you one of my clients' pixel and show you how powerful they can be. Let's jump over to that now. Okay, so we are on one of my clients' pixels. This is Reeds of Watton. They are a high-end furniture store. Now, this, you can see here, page views. I only have the pixel installed on their homepage because you can't actually purchase on their website. It's more like a splash screen. So all we want to really track is how many people are viewing their page and what kind of demographics they are. So if you want to dive into the analytics, you click View Analytics here, this small button. And let's have a look. And it will break it down into some really interesting information for us. So you can see how many new users they've had this month. So how many new people have visited their website, how many unique visitors they've had today, for instance, where all their traffic is coming from. So self-referrals, search engines. We can see here that search engines are like one of the biggest traffic sources for their website, and social networks close following that. But self-referral, quite interestingly, people are self-referring themselves to this website a lot. So you can work out where their traffic sources are coming from. Now, there's a whole heap of information that you can dive into here on the left-hand side, but let's go over to highlights and demographics. This is what I'll show you for the purpose of this video. Really, you want to play with this yourself. You want a whole month's worth of data for you to get any value from it. Highlights, so we can see the age groups of people that are coming onto the website. So we can see here predominantly it's people 55 to 64, but this kind kind of 45 to 64 age bracket is what we want to be targeting for readers of watching, because that is the bulk of their visitors. Now let's go on to demographics again. We can break that down even more. We can see where these people are coming from. So most of them are from Norwich, all from the United Kingdom, which is good. I would hope that it would be from the United Kingdom. And technology as well. I mean, you can break down to what specific devices people are using. You can really, really break this down and get some really valuable data from this. Now, one of the best tools for the Facebook Pixel, one of the best analytical tools are when you start moving on to custom conversion. So what we're going to move on to later on in this course are custom audiences, and specifically lookalike audiences. Now, I won't go into too much detail in this video, but lookalike audience is basically Facebook's way of analyzing all of the people who are visiting your website, all the people that like your page, and it's going to find people who are similar to that audience. So using a Facebook pixel, we can create a lookalike audience of the pixel, and Facebook is going to look around for people who are just like very, very similar to the people who are visiting your website, and it's a very, very powerful custom audience which you can use to reach out to people who are like to your existing website visitors. And that is very quickly how you can set up a Facebook pixel. Again, you need to do this as soon as you start working with a business. You want to be collecting data as soon as you can, because you want to get them lookalike audiences and them custom audiences out there, and you want to start analyzing the kind of demographics that you should be targeting. Let's move on to the next lesson.